So look, let's go ahead and move on because we talked about the cuts and going around the league. Now let's come back to our house and see. We talked about the guys that were cut, but some of these guys we've said, we think they deserve that opportunity to at least make the practice squad. Guys, Will, you can start. Go ahead, and give me some of your names that we feel like are going to probably be cut back, or maybe that we would want to be brought back.
Yeah, I want to bring back the guy we were all disappointed didn't make the 53, and that's Kaz Allen.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we all want to see something a little bit more electric with our return game. Punt return, and particularly, I mean, kickoffs are kind of getting phased out of the league, especially with this new fair catch rule. And catching the ball seems to be the most important part of that situation there, which is his problem. But also, I think he's a great candidate for a practice squad because he was learning how to be a wide receiver for the first time. He played some hybrid role or running back, with UCLA. He was learning to field punts for the first time, at the professional level. So that was a lot being thrown at him. So I certainly hope he's clears waivers and can be a part of our team, because I would love to see later on down the line he be given a chance if he's shown that he's got a little bit more sure hands with those punts to get a shot, because any little bit extra yards we get back can always help.
Yeah, I feel for him because, like you were saying, Ab, that game against Cincinnati was rough for him. I mean, if there was ever a game where you're just like, dude, you had that spot locked up, and you totally lost it right there. Yeah, I definitely.
Yo, I don't know if you saw it, like every single time he fumbled the ball or dropped the ball, the wide receiver coach was right there. It was crazy.
Yeah, that's rough. But to your point, Will, since we have tried to keep certain guys, Curtis Hodges, Samus Reyes, we do owe it to a guy, like Casimir Allen that has such potential. We need to, let's give him that shot. Let's put him on the practice squad and see. Right. Ab, what are some of your names that maybe we might have cut that your thoughts that you might want to keep on the practice squad or bring back?
I'm sorry, were you talking to me, Sean?
Yeah. What are some of the names? Like, you're talking about Jake Fromm, some of those guys, like.
So Fromm is my main one. This team needs like at least about 5 quarterbacks and like the reserves. So Fromm, he ran the offense well. Like, honestly, I'm actually confident in him. Like, if we ever have to go to number 3, like, he would do okay. Jared Patterson, he just never, he just never compares to me. Like, he needs, I know he's going to be on our practice squad, but we just need to give this man a chance.
Mm-hmm.
That dude runs. he doing his thing. And Mason Brooks. I don't know if y'all hear about this man.
This guy was talking about him. Yep.
Oh, Mason Brooks was legit. Like, honestly, I can see him in our future. Who is it? Andrew Norwell. He was undrafted free agent. That's Mason Brooks right there, man.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Keep him in house.
I'm really curious to find out what happens with Jonathan Williams, because I've heard conflicting reports. Somebody said they put him on IR, and if you put him on IR before the 53, they're gone for the year. But then someone else said he's not hurt long and will be back. So I don't understand. So I don't know if they actually cut him, but didn't put him on IR. And I've heard 2 different things, so I haven't gotten the clarity on it. But I'm curious because I would like him back on our practice squad because I just think he runs violent. So I would hope he's back.
I saw him on the IR, from what I remember. So, I didn't that rule, though, that you just mentioned, though.
Yeah, it's not – you have to make the 53. You have to get into the season, and then you can be on that 4-week or 8-week injured reserve. But if you start before the 53 is announced, you're gone for the year. Like Braden Daniels, gone for the year. So that's why I wasn't sure, because I saw the same thing you did where they said they put him on injured reserve. I'm like, well, then he's done. But then they're like, but he can come back. And so, or his injury isn't serious. So I don't know what actually happened. And I mean, we saw it. I don't know if y'all saw it with the Eagles. The Broncos cut their tight end, Albert O. I can't pronounce his last name. And then all of a sudden, shortly after 4:00, whoop, traded to Philly. So I don't know if there's some, some deals, or if the, whatever information got out wasn't completely accurate, or the Eagles found out he was getting cut and they went, let's make a deal.
Well, if you cut him, then he would have never made it to the Eagles at 31. Like the Eagles knew that, so they had to put in that trade.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. But to your point, Ab, I'm sorry. I too have a big heart for Mr. Jaret Patterson, man. I love this guy, man. I think we have to keep him. And one of the things that I always thought, we keep auditioning all these different guys for return, man. This man was electric in college, man. Let them kick the ball to him and give him the wall. Let him run behind that thing. And his height, they can't see him under there. I mean, we see what Deuce is doing in Dallas. I don't think he did any kick return in Buffalo.
Okay.
But I mean, I'm just in a way to keep him on the team somehow. Because I like you, I want him there. But B-Rob's our guy. Antonio's got his spot. Chris Rodriguez made his name for himself, so I'm good with those three. And then at 4, I mean, maybe him personally, and I know I'm alone in this, but Derek Gore, I would like to keep him. And the reason being, we are still in this transition with EB in his new offense. So I want to keep guys that know this offense. So just in case something happens where back gets hurt and we need somebody to come in and not have to think about what's going on, I would lean towards maybe a Derek Gore with that. There's nothing else that I like, about him, but we got Pringle. We got some of these guys from this Kansas City experience. So that's my reasoning towards that. Now, if he's the last one he's left off, I wouldn't care, but that's my 2 cents added to this conversation.
Well, I think they've expanded practice squads. It used to be like you get 9 guys, you get 10 guys, and so you'd always want to have one quarterback, 1 or 2 wide receivers, some O-line, some running back, all this stuff. Now it's like 15, 16 guys, so you can have someone on the practice squad that is like, you're never getting called up to the team, but we want you learning our scheme. And that, like you said, Sean, that could be Derek Gore. Like, you're here to help. You're here to run scout team to let our defense know where the guys are supposed to do, and you're the culture builder, but you're not actually playing.
We heard Washington Football Weekly, one of the hosts, Sean Spencer, vouched for you. So that's it. You're not playing or anything, but he said your name, so you're good. You got Yo, you guys got anybody else you think on the practice squad?
Nope.
No, I can't see it.
Well, what about Benny? Benny?
Well, of course. I think he's coming back. I think he's a lock. So yeah. I definitely want. Is he Samoan? Got to have a Samoan on the roster.
I mean,
Whitaker and
Whitaker,
of course,
Oh yeah. These guys balled out, man. They were hungry, man, and it showed on the field. And look, we all always say the disclaimer: you play against 2s and 3s, yada yada yada. But when you excel, whenever you play, that will give you a reason to get to at least an opportunity at the next level. If the next level is practice squad, fine.
Right.
Dun, 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 dun. Let's go. The Washington Commanders. There it is.